Last year, in 2024, we grew an Instagram page from scratch to 400,000 followers and got more than 150 million views. But let me tell you something, this was not a linear and easy process. In fact, there were many times where we felt stuck, where we felt like the content that we were making wasn't really working anymore. And we had to try it and test new things out until we really got to the position that we are now, that whatever we do, we're confident that we're getting constant traffic and that our content works. And in the process of these roadblocks and seeing how our content sometimes was not performing anymore, we actually developed a strategy, a 3-step strategy that now allows us to have constant traffic organically over and over again. And in this video, I'm going to give you exactly that. The 3 steps strategy that we developed to always go viral with our content and get constant new leads for our business. Okay, so if you feel like you're missing something in your content strategy that doesn't allow you to constantly go viral and reach new people, then this video is for you. This is how Alessio and I solved Instagram Reels. So let's start from step number 1. The algorithm is not what you think. Now, let me explain. The word algorithm itself is the problem. Whenever I go on Instagram and I see these Instagram gurus give you advice, they always talk about how to beat the algorithm, how to really understand the algorithm, how to hack the algorithm. The problem with that is the word itself. I want you to swap the word algorithm with people, because think about it this way. The algorithm is like a formula, okay? A formula that is there and it's made to take data from your content, okay, to see how it performs, and then based on that, it decides to just push it to more people or not. But where does the algorithm take its data from? It takes its data from how people react to it, okay? So please swap the word algorithm with the word people. If your content is not performing like you wish it was, it's because people are not appreciating it yet. And this is a hard pill to swallow, I know. But it's what actually will set you free and will let you understand that if you're not growing, it's not because your account is shadow banned and the algorithm is not pushing your content. It's simply because people are not appreciating your content yet, okay? So this is really the first step, because also at the beginning, when we were just starting out and we were learning this entire Instagram game, there were times where we were actually thinking that our account was shadow banned and we were doing something wrong with the algorithm. That's the reason why our content wasn't performing. No, it's because people weren't actually appreciating the content that we were making, and for that reason the algorithm wasn't pushing it to more people, because guess what, the people that it was showing it to were not reacting well to it, okay? And as soon as you realize this, you take control over the thing, because you understand that the algorithm is ultimately people, right? So if you want your content to work, it needs to be appreciated by the public that sees it, okay? So step 1, really understand what the algorithm truly is, okay, which is people. And how your video reacts, so how the algorithm push it, depends on how people react to it, okay? So take this, understand it, make it yours, okay? It might be a hard pill to swallow at first, because it actually means that your content is not as good as you might think it is, but it is step 1, because from this understanding, that's where you can change and actually make your content work and make your content worth watching. Step number 2, after understanding this one thing, is actually to change your mindset. What do I mean by that? If you're not getting the results you want with your content, it's probably making you frustrated. And that's the whole problem with your content creation right now, okay? You might be like, Brian, what are you talking about? My problem is the hook or the editing. But let me explain what I mean, okay? If your content is not getting the views that you want, you're probably getting frustrated and you're not really in the mood to create. You're not in that creative freedom of being yourself on camera, talking about the things you love. And this is actually the problem, okay? In the editing, we will actually put on screen this, because it's like crazy if you look at it. There was a moment, one of those moments that I was talking to you about before, when our content was a little stuck. At the time, we had like more than 200,000 followers, okay? So we were not new to the game, but our content was really not performing. Like almost all the posts that we were putting out had less than 10,000 views, and they were just like not being appreciated by people, okay? Back to step 1. And this was because we were literally treating content like something that we had to do, not that we wanted to do, okay? Now, if you're a business owner, yes, content is something that you have to do, right? But you also need to want to do it. You need to have fun with it and be creative and experiment with the content that you're making, okay? I'm having fun making this video right now, and that's what you need to focus on, because guess what, okay? Think about what you enjoy doing in life. If you enjoy it, right? Is it because it's something that it's fun for you or boring? Of course, you're gonna tell me that it's because it's fun, right? And the same thing is with content. Like, think about step 1, what I told you before. It's people that need to watch your content, not the algorithm. The algorithm is not an AI that decides if the content is good or not. People decide that, okay? And if they need to think that it's good, it needs to also be fun for them to watch it, or at least entertaining, okay? And what is the problem with this whole thing is that if your content is not working, you're frustrated, and people can see that in the video. You're not like, you don't actually believe in what you're teaching, what you're saying. So people feel that your content doesn't work with that, and it's a cycle that repeats itself. You see where I'm trying to go? And again, I will put that screenshot back again, because I swear, the moment where I was like, and Alice just had the same thing to me, but we were like, man, making content is not fun anymore. Like we were just like sitting at the table just like this, and it's actually crazy if you look at the thumbnail. Every video, or even if you scroll a video after the other, they all look the same. Like all the pieces of content look the exact same. There was no variability, no creativity, no experimenting in the content that we were making. And that was the problem with it. The second that we were like, man, let's do something different. Let like make this weird shot from above where I look up, or let's put the camera in the fridge and let's open it up. So, you know, we started having fun again with it. And literally like the first video where we did that, like millions of views back again. But why? Because we were enjoying the process. So this is what I want you to do with step 2, like change your mindset, okay? Just think about the cycle that I told you about. You're not getting the views you want, so you get frustrated. People can actually see that you're not excited and you're not happy to talk about what you teach in your content. So they don't interact with it, they don't enjoy that, it's not entertaining them, so low views again. You know, it's a cycle that just repeats itself. And until you don't change your mindset and you don't decide that you're doing content also because it's fun for you and it's something that you enjoy, you're never gonna get the views that you want. This is like simply the truth. And something else that I want you to think about is really the results that you're looking for are in the input, right? Are in the input that you're making. Because let me tell you something, if you don't have experience with content at all, okay? Now we have 400,000 followers. We posted 700 reels just last year, okay? So we posted a lot, we tried a lot of stuff, but like when we started Create Content Club, at first, our goal was not, of course, to get to 400,000 followers, okay? Our goal was to actually post 1 or 2 pieces of content every day for the next year. And that's what we did, and the results followed, okay? But this starts from the mentality of having fun with it. Like if you're making content to get to that amount of followers, and that's simply your goal is not to actually put in the work and put out content, you're not gonna get to the results. I guarantee you that, right? So please have this mindset, like really change it, switch it if you have to, but focus on the input and have fun while doing it. Or people will just see that and they won't interact with your video, the video will not perform, okay? So this was step number 2. So first understand that the algorithm is ultimately people, and then change your mindset and have fun with actually creating content. And step number 3, this is the last step because it's honestly, it's always gonna save you, and it's what you need to focus on the most, which is volume. I don't care what you think. If you're just starting out, trust me on this. Like after growing 400,000 followers in 1 year, you can trust me on this. As I told you earlier, 400,000, but the number that you should actually look when you go to our profile, it's actually the amount of reels that we put out, which is more than 700 now, something around that range. And people just like get this wrong, man. It's like they want to grow, but they're not willing to put the volume needed in order to grow. They're not willing to put that input to get that output, okay? So focus on input and focus on volume. Like we posted 2 pieces of content for a whole year, every single day. That's 14 pieces of content a week, while the majority of people, when they're starting out, they put like maximum 2-3 per week. And that allowed us to improve way faster than everybody else. And also, guess what? It allowed us to have way more data than everybody else's, okay? Because the second where you have hundreds of pieces of data, hundreds of pieces of content to look at, okay, and see the results of it, you can really double down on what's already working. Because that's the most powerful thing. Like the second where you put out so many pieces of content, you now see what is working and you see what's not working, okay? And you just double down on the thing that's working. But if you don't increase the volume of content that you're doing right now, I don't care, like even if you're doing 1 piece of content and you think that's like almost too much, like do 2, do 3, do 4, like it's always gonna be better because you're gonna have more data, you're gonna have more volume, so you're gonna improve faster and you're gonna have like more data to base yourself off and make smart decisions. So that is literally the secret that allowed us to grow that fast, which was posting more than everybody else's, okay? You want to become the best football player alive? Like think about Kobe, man. Like Kobe was arguably one of the best basketball players on earth. He was training every single day, 4 or 5 trainings every single day, more hours than everybody else's. Why do you think he was one of the GOATs out there? Because he cares so much about it and he was so focused about the input, and he knew that by focusing so much on the input, the points, the score, the wins, they were gonna follow. That's just the output. But he was focusing so much on the input, and I want you to do the same. Like when you're starting out, don't look at the followers number, look at the thing on the left of that, which is the amount of posts that you put out. Until you put out like at least 100, don't even come to us in the comments and say, oh, I'm not growing, I'm following the thing, it's not working. Like, post more, man. That's really gonna change everything for you, because it's what changed everything for us. So yeah, this was literally all the 3 steps. Like, in this video, I didn't want to tell you like, put this in your bio, put this when you post, like put this toggle on, this setting on, because that's not gonna help you, man. Like, if you're here and you're watching this video, I just want you to adopt this mindset, okay, of understanding that the algorithm is people, of understanding that you need to enjoy the process, because that's everything. And if you're not having fun with it while you're doing it. And the third thing is post more, because you're gonna improve faster and you're gonna have more data to base yourself off. This is what I want you to do. You can close this video now and get to work on your own. But I want to tell you that if you want to fast track this entire process and work directly with us, okay, so we're gonna work with you hand in hand, okay, and we're gonna guide you through the entire process and help you grow your personal brand this year. You can click the first link in the description, you can book a call with us, we can talk, see if we can help you, and go from there, okay? So it's gonna be the first thing in the description. It's our coaching program. That's what we do. That's how we make our money. No, not trying to like scam you, guru, nothing. It's just what we do. We help people that want to grow their own personal brand in 2025 this year. We help them with our coaching program by working directly with them, okay? So if that interests you, just click the first link of the description. Really, I don't care. My goal with this video was just to give you these 3 steps, because it's literally what allowed us to grow this fast, and every time we had a roadblock, to be able to surpass it and go past it, right? So you have everything that you need, but if you want to work together, just click the first link in the description. And with that being said, thank you. We'll see you in the next video.